Talk to me, John. I mean, you're a boxing man. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I think Eddie Hearn firstly deserves a lot of props. If it was left down to Frank and Bob, I don't think the fight would have happened at all.
No chance. No chance.
And like any business deal, it's going to take time to go through. I think stylistically, Fury needs to get AJ on a back foot. I feel like if he stands in front of him for them 12 rounds and tries to box, he's opening too many doors that could. Do you know what I mean? He can get caught from combinations and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he needs to get him on a back foot. I think we've seen vulnerabilities with Joshua on the back foot in quite a few of his fights. And I think on the other hand, though, with Joshua, he has a style that it's not Wilder. He's not looking for one punch. He's going to be throwing combinations. So Fury might be able to dodge the first punch, but it's that second and third punch that he could get caught with if he lets him have the distance.
Yeah, it's not single shots with AJ, is it? Like with Wilder, and look, it's easy in hindsight to say Wilder can't box, but with Wilder, it's that big right hand. So basically, you're looking for the big right hand. You're not looking for a jab. You're not looking for a hook. You're looking for the big right hand. If you can avoid that, and not many have, but if you can avoid that, you've got a chance. With AJ, it's the uppercuts, it's the hooks, it's the weight and size of AJ as well. He's not skinny like Wilder. Yeah. So there are a few more different things that that Fury has to look out for.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that even though AJ might have like the more consistent resume, Fury has obviously got the bigger win with Wilder, and he did get Vlad first when he was there. He was 10 years undefeated. So it could go both ways in my opinion. I could even see them winning one fight each. That's how close it is.
What do you make of the idea that Fury has been at the ring for ages, right? I mean, this is a guy that hasn't fought since February 2020. I said that. I mean, by the time this fight rolls around in August, you're talking a year and 6 months, year and 5 months out of the ring. That's already a built-in excuse.
Yeah, I think I can't see it affecting it too much because Fury, since obviously he's come back, he's been active in the gym, he's been keeping fit, and he came back, fought Wilder after 3 years. Even though we had them 2 warm-up fights, they were just glorified spars. So
worse than that. They're worse than sparring sessions,
So he can turn it up. He's got that mentality where he can just turn it on. So I can't see that being an issue, but it's obviously a benefit to Joshua that he's been more consistent. He's fought at that higher level over these past few years, really. So, yeah.
What about the idea of it in Saudi Arabia? Some upset. And look, I can understand why we're British and it's 2 British guys. We want to see it over here. It's annoying that it is in Saudi Arabia, but this is just sports nowadays. I mean, the fucking Football World Cup's going to be in Qatar. This is just how it is nowadays, right? It's where the money is. I'm not too upset. It's in Saudi Arabia. I mean, I would want it in Wembley. I'd want it Principality Stadium in Wales, but I just want it to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I've heard these announcements and I've messaged my friends and I've been like, oh, the fight's happening. Obviously, the big thing for me would be taking a trip down to London, going to Wembley, enjoying the whole experience of it. So I am disappointed in that sense, but after everything and all the disappointments in the past, obviously with the Wilder fight, I'm just happy to see a fight where I don't know who's going to win, and 2 British guys as well. I imagine when we go back to Frank Bruno when he was fighting Tyson, there's no way that we would think that it would be 2 British guys at the top of the game fighting for
crazy.
It's crazy.
Honestly, it's crazy. I want to get your thoughts very quickly before I let you go on the fight that happened at the weekend. Canelo Saunders.
So I think it is a little bit of sort of karma for Billy Joe in terms of what the comments he said about Daniel Dubois. But he's from that mentality where, obviously the mentality is to go out on your shield. So to be honest, I think he was always going to be outclassed. I think he's sort of inactivity played a massive part to it as well. I think moving up to super middleweight, he's not fought anyone of note at super middleweight. And Canelo seems to be getting better as he's going up the weights. Who do you think takes Canelo?
When people started putting names out, people obviously going crazy now, talking about only Beterbiev. Like he has to go to 175 pounds and fight Beterbiev. I mean, it's almost like people genuinely feel there's no one that can touch him at 160 or 168. Do you share that?
I share that opinion. I think even Beterbiev, I think he won't fight him. Obviously, he's going to have the fight with Plant and then maybe another fight after that. And then by that time, Beterbiev's knocking on, he's like 37, 38.
Yeah.
So I think, and then Canelo will still be 31, 32. So I could see Canelo beating Beterbiev, if I'm honest.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad that this little bloody short 5'8" guy is making people 6'5" run away. Like he's just, it's almost like a little pit bull, and no one knows what to do with him at all.
I think as he gradually, as he beats more people as well, and he gains more names on his resume, that aura around him gets greater, and people become more feared.
Right. Yeah, it's almost like, what's that film where is it Highlander, where he chops your head off and takes your power? It's almost like that. It's like he's chopping people's head off and taking their power, and now he's just so powerful, boxing IQ off the chart. You know, he can do it. He's got every punch in the book. He's not. He's been in so many. He's been in big fights for the last 10 years.
He never wastes anything as well. He's so selective with his shots, and I think that, like, early in his career, he had so much output at certain points, and I think that kind of affected him in the later rounds. But now he's just so selective. I think
so calm, measured.
Yeah,
like, it's just scary how calm he is. Like, I remember the early fights against like the likes of Angulo, like he's blowing after 6 or 7 rounds. Now, Jesus Christ, man! Now he's scary.